What's up, guys? It's your boy Swav here, and I went and did a little bourbon hunting. I got pretty lucky. I'm not gonna lie, I got pretty lucky. I got a few friends that are a little jealous, and that's fine. No, but I'm really excited about these two finds that I have. The Weller Special Reserve. I got this guy at MSRP. Actually, a little cheaper than MSRP at 31 bucks. So, not bad at all. And the big one. I got an Old FITZGERALD 7-year bottled in bond. I'm really excited to hear about this one. One of the bourbons that I've really been wanting to try is the Weller Antique 107. And it's so hard to get a hold of. And I am going to be super excited to try this, and then later on we'll compare it to a 107. But I also have this Larceny barrel proof, what a bunch of you guys have probably already seen me sample. Since this is a weeder, and this is one that I know, I'm still early in trying to learn bourbon, and I'm doing the best that I can to understand it the best I can, but I'm starting to get favorable towards the higher proofs. I personally like ryes as well. I got that Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye, phenomenal. But we're going to keep it on the wheat side. I'm going to compare these three. This is going to be the last one that I try, and I'm going to kind of just see how it compares to these other two. So our first one up is going to be the Weller. Dive one in, see how it is. I'm super excited. So, let's get on in this. Woo! Little pour, nothing too crazy. Alright, first crack open of that one. And let's take a look here. So, Weller is a Buffalo Trace product from Frankfort, Kentucky. The proof is going to be 90 with a 45% ABV. There's no official age statement, but typically aged 6 to 8 years in a new charred oak barrels is what it says here. So, I'm going to try to reposition this a little bit. Let's reposition this a little bit. There you go. All right. Now I can control this. So, it's approximately a 70% corn, 60% wheat, 14% malted barley, sweet with caramel, honey, vanilla, floral citrus, apple, and a hint of cinnamon. Delicate, but can feel slightly hot for its proof. Interesting, because, I mean, that's a low proof to me that's what this is. So, yeah, that's interesting that it's going to come off hot is what they're saying. Honey, oak, cinnamon, dried grass, citrus, vanilla, and apple. Thin mouthfeel with oak and peppercorn competing against subtle sweetness, sometimes unbalanced on the palate. The finish is going to be short, clean with a sweet honeysuckle flair and fate citrus. All right. They're selling it. I'm going to try it. Ooh, definitely getting that caramel and vanilla. It's very sweet. This is a very sweet bourbon. Very sweet. I'm not getting the citrus as much. Little apple. Interesting. All right, let's check the palate. That is good. That is very good. That is a very, very good. I mean, this is a great sipping bourbon. This is a great sipping bourbon. I think it's really hard for some people to find. I was able to get it off the shelf here pretty easily, but it's not something I can just get every day. This is something I'm glad I have it on my shelf now. I've been really wanting to try it, and golly, this is a great sipping bourbon. I mean, this is probably one of the best $31 I've spent on bourbon before. Like, this is really phenomenal. Very exceptional compared to, like, a more streamlined bourbon that's just on the shelves all the time. So this is definitely, intended to be a $20 to $30 bottle. The hype drives the secondary price, so sometimes you can get this to $50 to $100 due to scarcity, and of course by your location as well. I've talked to some people and they can find these like any day of the week, but like I said, I found them today. I got lucky, got it for cheaper than MSRP. I'm in. You know what I mean? This is very good. As far as me on the bourbon side, I'm still trying to learn. I've kind of been nerding out on this. Big shout out to my boy Zaya, who's been along with me on this journey, kind of just coaching me, helping me, talking to me. One of my best friends. Real huge shout out to that dude. One of the biggest fans of the channel. Been here for years. And so I'm really, really interested about how much I like this. See, I had a previous conversation with Zaya and a few friends talking about how much I like ryes, and I do like ryes, and that Jack Daniel's rye that's on my shelf is awesome. But this wheater, I don't know, man. I might have a palate for wheaters. This thing is absolutely phenomenal, and this is just like the base level Weller. This is something I could get lost in sipping on this. This is an amazing... This is really good. Weller, step it up. I'm going to be honest. So, I have Blanton's, Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare. I mean, honestly, I would put this in line to where I would probably grab this off of the shelf before... I mean, also because of scarcity. But I would lean to this over the Eagle Rare. Definitely over Buffalo Trace. But I don't know. I mean, I love Eagle Rare and I do love Blanton's, but I love how clean this is, and it's not... I don't feel like I'm going to feel guilty if I kill the whole bottle. At least I can find another one of these. I don't know if this is if there's something, since it's so scarce in my area, if it would be like a weekday sipper, but it's still really good. Of course, this would be like a special occasion weekend sipper, like the Buffalo Trace and the Eagle Rare. Okay, I said I was going to keep it to these three, but out of curiosity, and just for the sakes, I'm not going to open up the Blanton's, but I do have a bottle of Eagle Rare that's already open, and so, sorry, I got a carpet right here, so your boy has to do what he has to do. So I just am curious to see. I do need to get on drinking this. This is like my favorite bottle on my shelf. I love the Eagle Rare 10. I do have some water here, so let me hit a little palate cleanse. And then pour a little Eagle Rare. I'm just curious here. Nothing too crazy. Eagle Rare is... I need to finish this because it's starting to get to the point where it's getting low. It could oxidize. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like Eagle Rare better than Blanton's. That's probably controversial to some people, but if I'm going to have to pick one, I'm definitely going to be picking Eagle Rare for sure. This might be oxidizing a little bit. It might be, but God, man, so smooth. Eagle Rare is so smooth. I will say this one has a bit of a more of a bite to it. It's a little more oaky, I would think. Yeah, I'm surprised though. I'm surprised how much it's holding up to the Eagle Rare. This Eagle Rare is just so smooth. That's the thing, is Eagle Rare is so smooth. You know, it's got 45%, so it's literally pretty much, I think it's the exact same context. Yeah, 45%. But for the first time having a Weller Special Reserve, I think it holds up pretty well, to be quite honest with you. I don't think it's... I think the Eagle Rare, I think the price point, you know, in Georgia, they're saying you can get it like $55. It's not too hard to get on the shelf in Georgia right now, apparently. For me, this is harder to find, so it gets marked up to $100, $120. There is a local area that has some that has a barrel pick of Eagle Rare, and they're charging $100 for it. And I've been leery on pulling the trigger on it because they don't let you sample it. And and that's the thing. It's rough whenever you're dealing with places that have barrel picks and they don't even let you sample it. But there we go. I'm going to kill the rest of this Eagle Rare. Phenomenal. I think it holds up. I think it holds up to the Special Reserve. I've been babysitting this Eagle Rare, so that's kind of interesting that that it holds up. Like, this makes me want to drink this more than this, but at the same time, they're both pretty hard to find, sadly. Okay, so all right, I've had Weller, I've had a little Eagle Rare, I've cleansed my palate up. Let's make sure all is well there. We are going to do a little pour here. This is water. Swash it around. Clean this thing out. Clean her up. All right. Let's get into Old Fitz. This is... I'm like... I can't believe I got this bottle. I got it at MSRP too. I got it for a very good deal. I've made a pretty good relationship with my local liquor store. I used to... If you guys a little context about me... I've been in the production business for about, like, maybe 10 years. 10 years. Probably a little longer than that. Making videos, producing videos, things of that nature. I made a name for myself making commercials locally. So my local liquor store, I would make their commercials for television. So kind of a little backstory about me. That's kind of where I'm at, and I do this as a hobby. I love video games and I love bourbon, and I'm getting into it a little more, but we've done videos on beer and things like that. But this has been a really interesting hobby to me. I'm really getting into it. And so anyways, long story short, I built a relationship and I was actually able to get one of these at MSRP. I'm really, really excited to try this, but I'm on the look for a Weller 107. So I'm really interested if you guys in the comments have tried this FITZGERALD 7 compared with a Weller 107 and what y'all's thoughts are. But as soon as I can get a test at that Antique 107, we're going to be diving in. So let's go ahead and pop this open. Don't you love that? Don't you love that? It's pretty clean. It's pretty clean, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right. Fitz. All right, so this is a little bit on the competitive side. This is actually a Heaven Hill product, which I was not aware of until recently. So the proof on this is going to be 50. It's 100 proof, 50% ABV, 7 years age. 7 years age. So a little bit shorter than our Eagle Rare that comes in at a very nice 10, much shorter than that, but we'll see how it holds up. I'm glad that I had this and I can compare it to the Eagle Rare, but I'm also like really excited to see how it holds up against the Eagle Rare, so I'm glad I included that in here. So 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. So this is a corn wheater. It's yeah, all right, let's get on the nose. Okay, this one, a lot more smooth, but very less prominent of those caramel and vanillas that we were getting with the Weller. So the aging has smoothed this out, for sure. Soft wheat sweetness, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's sweet. That's the thing. This is very sweet, but it's more subtle. This is very loud. Very loud on how sweet it is. But it's very, very, very subtle and very smooth. All right, let's go. Oh my gosh. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So they say a lot of times in the descriptions on pallets that you get a toffee, you get an offering of toffee. This one I tasted. I'm gonna be honest, I've never really noticed the toffee before, but when it comes to this FITZGERALD 7, I'm really getting a hit of that toffee. It's really potent. I mean, not bad, it's just sweet. It's very good. Oh my gosh, and it just sits on the palate so well. Right off the rip. I mean, this is like eating a chocolate bar. This is fantastic. It's very good. I mean, on the palate, like on the front end of your palate, the second you take a drink, it's just so creamy. Like, very, very chocolatey, creamy, very good quality. Like, I'm very excited about it. I think it's awesome. This is very good. Are those dogs barking? I'm sorry, guys. You know, this is what happens sometimes. Hey! Shut up in there, will ya? Thank you. Dogs, man. I'm trying to do a full-on production here. Okay? I got my table. All right? Pull my my wife's going to kill me. This is our coffee table that on here that we use for the coffee maker. I go to pull it off, and when I pull it off, of course, I spill some coffee. Gotta clean that up. I want you guys to know I've dedicated about an hour into getting this production ready, okay? I wanted a good backdrop. I think this, like, is really nice. One day we'll get there and we'll have, like, a production studio. One day we'll get there. That's the dream. That is the dream. But for now, I'm having to borrow my wife's coffee table. Probably gonna get some help for that. But that's the dedication. And I got dogs that I should have put them outside before I did this video. But you know what? We make mistakes and we learn. Next time I'll do that. But let's get back to the FITZGERALD. Yeah, the oak is not too potent. Like, it's got a good seasoned oaky taste, and it's very, very mild. It ain't robust. It is not a robust taste like you would get from. This was really oaky, but it was a right amount of oak. What was the one that I had that I was very shocked? Okay, this 13th Colony. The 13th Colony barrel proof was very oaky, but not overly. Like, it's good too. It's probably one of my favorite bottles on the shelf. But yeah, this is phenomenal. This is very phenomenal. This is something. Yeah, all right. I would rather drink this than Blanton's. This is probably my favorite bottle on my shelf right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll put this above Blanton's. Put this above Eagle Rare. Yeah, but I haven't had any of the higher sets of Blanton's or Eagle Rare. But this is just a treat. This is an absolute treat. Yeah, this is an absolute treat. It's just very balanced. Like, it's very balanced, sweet. It's very mildly spiced. I mean, the finish is a great finish. You know, I can sit here and I'm like, not like, you can see I don't even want to take a drink of water. I'm just enjoying the lingering flavors. I mean, it says on the finish there's a white bread and a touch of cinnamon, and I mean, I don't really get that too potently, but the smoothness of white bread I definitely could see. It just is very, very smooth. Very smooth. Old FITZGERALD, 7-year bottled in bond expression, meaning it's distilled in a single season, aged at least 4 years, and bottled at 100 proof. The 7-year age adds depth compared to younger wheaters, with a rich mouthfeel and pronounced oak than Weller Special Reserve. So that's interesting. It is more pronounced, I guess, but that's where I think that this is above the Weller, is the rich mouthfeel. Like, this is something special. You really are getting a really rich mouthfeel here. So, that's phenomenal. That's like a chocolate bar, man. That's like having a chocolate bar. I'm not gonna lie. Don't laugh at my little mini Glen, okay? I want a regular size one, but I got a mini one right now, okay? We're working on it. Alright. So, another Heaven Hill product, the Larceny Barrel Proof. I am gonna dive into it. I want to take a drink of this and compare it to this, since my palate's now opened up. We are gonna have a higher proof. We're gonna see. I want to see how it compares to these other ones that I had. This is phenomenal. this was a great suggestion. Zaya suggested this to me. I'm not gonna drink this much. This high proof is definitely gonna get me feeling a certain type of way really fast. I got some things I gotta do. So, but the proof is definitely obvious. The proof is definitely obvious. It's very good. Yeah, I'm glad I opened my palates up for that, because this is a phenomenal drink. So this is a 68% corn, wheat, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. So we're at pretty much the exact same. Oh, it's the exact same mash bill from the old FITZGERALD. So that's interesting. So this Larceny Barrel Proof is literally offering, I mean, they're both Heaven Hill products, but it's offering the same thing at a higher proof. This Larceny Barrel Proof could be a bottle favorite of mine. This is one of my favorite bottles. I'm getting to where I really am appreciating this Larceny even more and more. So there we go. Yeah, the toffee, now that I've noticed the toffee and what it could be here, it's coming out a lot more in this. It's really speaking to me. I'm really here. I mean, this is a chocolate bar in itself, but it's definitely just a lot more loud. It's a lot more loud. I really am digging the quality of it. On the palate, it's rich. It's vicious. It's vicious on the palate. Or viscosity maybe would be a better word, but I mean, I like the word vicious. It lets you know it's there. It's robust. Yeah, I mean, It's robust and it's hot, but you're still getting that toffee. There's like a citrusy caramel to it. I'm definitely getting that citrus. It's a little citrusy orange that I didn't really get from this one, for sure. But man, I really like it. It's high octane, you know. It's a high octane weeder, but I like the Larceny. I think this is a very good bottle. All three of these bottles are fantastic, man. All three of them are fantastic. I think if I'm going to rate them, though, it's going to be obviously... This is hard. One, obviously. This is hard. See, I really want to try the Weller Barrel Proof. I really want to try it, because I think that would be a really good comparison here. Obviously, I think the Weller would probably come out ahead, but at the same time, like, it's unfair that I'm putting a Weller up against Heaven Hill right now. It really is, but because I don't have an Antique 107 to compare, and I don't have a Foolproof to compare. So it's like, it's really unfair what I'm doing here, but I only got what I got, and this is what I gotta do. So judge me all you will. Also, you know, throwing in some Eagle Rare as well is probably pretty unfair. But like I said, I can only sample what I got on my shelf. So let's do this first, actually. We're going to give this Weller a good evaluation here. So all right. Okay. Let's give this... That's too much. I gotta slow down here, ladies and gentlemen. But golly, I love sampling bourbon. That's too much. This is good. I'm gonna get better about pouring it. I promise you guys. Yeah, it's so much more loud. Not as smooth. I wish this was not a twist top. I think this is good enough to not be a twist top, but it is what it is. Yeah, after that, you can definitely see, because I think, what is this Larceny? How many years is the Larceny? I know somebody in chat's gonna know this, but I need to know how many years it's aged. So, how long is Larceny? Six to 8 years, okay? Special Reserve is a 7-year age? That's interesting. 7-year age on Special Reserve? 6 to 8, 7-year. That's interesting. That's interesting. That is very interesting to me. So I'm curious to why this is just coming out on such a higher quality product to me. Or maybe because it's bottled in bond. I'm not sure. I'm interested to know why my palate is leaning towards this one. I'm interested. If you guys have any ideas, throw me some ideas. I'm trying to learn here. I'm trying to find out my palate. I'm trying to build that up. So this is a journey I'd like you guys to take along with me. I really don't understand that. So, but this one is harsher and this one's smoother. That's the thing that throws me off. This one's more oaky. These are sweeter. This one's more oaky. Like that might be what it is. I guess Weller is Weller known to be a little more oaky than Heaven Hill. Is Heaven Hill gonna be like? Am I gonna enjoy Heaven Hill better? Like that's rough, man. That's really rough for me to sit here because these are phenomenal products. These are very phenomenal. Yeah, so flavor intensity, Larceny, barrel proof, obviously, Old Fitz, and then Weller. I honestly don't agree with that because this is a comparative insight. I don't agree with this. I think that this is more intense. I do. I think this is more intense, and I just think this is overall way more smooth. Now, if it's more intense on the flavor it's giving me, then yeah, but this Old Fitz is just phenomenal. The Larceny obviously offers the most bang for the buck because, I mean, more proof, obviously. Availability, this is hard to find. I think that if you're having trouble finding this and you like weeders, and you can grab one of these, this one's not that easy to find, but this one's a little bit easier to find. Now, if you don't like higher proofs, put this thing on ice and you're golden. I think it's a great quality product. I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. And then this guy, I mean, you can see it's been a while since I've been replaced that on my shelf. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. I'm good. I think I'm gonna stop here. One more. Okay, one more little sip of this FITZGERALD. Just a small one. This is me, a very small one. I just want to end in making sure that my palate was not lying to me. Let's just make sure. Very small pour. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. I'm not even going to kill the neck yet. That's unfair too because I know the neck is deceiving. The neck is deceiving. Let's get in there. Yeah. Oh, man, it's as good as I remember. Absolutely phenomenal. It's a good bottle, man. I love it. I think that I'm glad that I went ahead and pulled the trigger on this. I didn't know. I knew that this is a sought-after bottle, but I didn't know how good it was going to be. And I'm just like, this is a chocolate bar. That's what it is, man. I'm literally drinking a chocolate bar. The toffee is rich, but it's not. Now, I say that, but it's not overwhelming. That's phenomenal. That's absolutely phenomenal. All right, Old FITZGERALD, ladies and gentlemen, takes the win, obviously, for obvious reasons, but y'all are going to kill me. Y'all are going to kill me, but I think I still prefer the Larceny. I think I do. As controversial as it is, but there we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm not even going to rate Eagle Rare in this because it's not fair. It's kind of oxidized. I've had it for a while. But taking that into account, not a fair. This ain't fair. This ain't fair. This ain't fair at all. This ain't fair at all. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it to Eagle Rare. You guys, in the comments, let me know where you think I was going to put it based on watching the video. Y'all take it easy. Have a blessed one. God bless you guys. Thank y'all for coming through. If you guys are into video games, I also stream Dead by Daylight, Escape from Tarkov. I play some Marvel Rivals, even though I'm a video game nerd. Come through, hang out. Even if I'm playing a game that you guys like aren't really like into, hey, at the end of the day, just come and hang out. I'm all about making friends, all about creating a community. So y'all just come through. It's nice to meet you guys. Please give me y'all's feedback on this rating. I want to learn. But please be positive, because, like, you know, hey, mental health is very important these days. So let's all try to be a little positive about how we're communicating, education. Just let me know. I love honesty, but at the same time, don't rail me too hard, man. Don't rail me too hard. All right, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best trying to learn. Y'all take it easy. Have a blessed one. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Later, baby.